Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new match review here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's 3-2 loss at home to Shrewsbury. Now, just a couple of months ago, we sat down and spoke to you guys about a 3-2 loss away to Shrewsbury. This time, I'm not as angry. I've got to say, I'm just a little bit more disappointed than anything. Now, going into this fixture, I was massively full of confidence with Reading. The first time in a long time that I've been full of confidence with this Reading side. And yeah, unfortunately, was made to pay. I used words like Reading should be winning this game. I spoke a lot about how Shrewsbury were the lowest scoring side in the division, and all of that came to bite me in the arse. As just 5 minutes into the fixture, Shrewsbury were 2-0 up. Reading went with a starting 11 that just had one change from the win against Port Vale in midweek. Ehibhatiomhan retained his place in goal, and I don't think he should retain his place in goal after today. Clinton Mola, Tyler Binden, Amadou Mbenge and Andy Yeardom made up the back four. Charlie Savage played in the defensive midfielder position alongside Lewis Wing, with Ehibhatiomhan, Nibs and Aziz out wide. With Nibs tucking in just behind the striker, and then Sam Smith was that sole striker. Like we said, Reading were 2-0 down after just 5 minutes. Don't get me wrong. I think there were one was really good, the goal, and the third goal was really good as well, the first and third. But look, I think David Button should be doing a lot better. Don't get me wrong, if I am incorrect, I do apologise, but I think that the first goal from Jordan Shipley took a deflection, and I think David Button might have got a hand to the strike, but I think he should have been doing better in that situation. And then the second goal as well, I think, was a near post shot that David Button has failed to save once again. I thought it was poor from Button, and listen, it's not something that I've sat here and for the first time I've said David Button's been poor. I think he's had a little bit of a decent upturn in form recently, excluding the Portsmouth game, but I think it's really it now for David Button. I think he should be replaced as Reading's number one. I think Joel Pereira or Kanaya Boyce-Clark need to be given a chance, as it's not acceptable, really. I mean, we spoke a bit before about how Reading have conceded a lot of goals from a few shots on target. And when you look at today, 3 goals conceded from 5 shots on target. And 2 of them shots were barely shots on target, 2 of them other shots. So I'm really disappointed to say it, but David Button needs to be gone from that number one spot. But look, don't get me wrong, the first goal from Jordan Shipley, absolutely fantastic strike. Corner came in, hit the edge of the box, and he struck the ball. Second goal, Tom Bayliss, it was a counter-attack down the left-hand side. He struck it at the near post, and he's found the net. Reading, though, found a goal just 9 minutes into the game as well. So just before the 10-minute mark, 3 goals had already been scored. Harvey Nibs played a ball through to Sam Smith. He was in between the 2 defenders, was able to wriggle free and has found the back of the net, finally putting an end to his barren run. Reading then made it 2-2 when Kelvin Ehibhatiomhan was able to score in the 36th minute. Harvey Nibs once again playing a ball through to get the Reading striker turned winger through on goal. He put the ball in the back of the net after a big deflection off the defender, went over the top of the goalkeeper and found Reading equal or level. In terms of individual performances, I thought Ehibhatiomhan before his goal was really poor. I thought Charlie Savage today, I really wanted him in the midfield, but had an absolutely god-awful game. I thought he was partly to blame for the first goal. He played a ball, smashed it against Sam Smith's head, where Reading lost the ball. And then for the second goal as well, was just completely missing from the midfield, as Shrewsbury counter-attacked and had all of the park to play in. Listen, it's not just Savage's fault. I thought Lewis Wing as well was at fault there, and maybe Harvey Nibs as well, but he's a little bit more of a forward midfielder. But I thought Charlie Savage had a really bad game and rightfully was hooked. I personally would have had him hooked at half-time. I thought Clinton Mola wasn't too good at left-back, and neither was Andy Yeardom at right-back. If I'm honest, I thought the team looked really flat and looked really tired. And that was evident at the end of the first half. When the board went up for 5 minutes for added time, you saw the Reading players just started to pass it round and was just a little bit more slower with their movement. And in my opinion, kind of tried to halt the momentum that they had in the first half in this game. Shrewsbury, though, took it up to another gear and decided to push on and really did start to up the tempo. That saw them win a corner, which they took on the right-hand side. Ball came into the box, came back out to the corner taker. 3 Reading players have ran out to that corner taker. Tom Bloxham's been found, and he struck an absolutely fantastic goal from 25 yards into the back of the net. 2 25-yarders Shrewsbury have scored, and despite being the lowest scorers in the division, have scored 3 goals in one half against this Reading side, which for me is just not acceptable. Listen, as much as some of the Reading players were poor today, I really did think the referee was awful as well. Thought he had a really, really bad game. There's just too many examples where you can point out where he was not good. handballs were given when other handballs weren't given. I thought there was lots of little fouls that were just awful, and Shrewsbury wasting time from the 25th minute onwards was something the referee did not nip in the bud at all. I thought Reading could have as well had Shrewsbury could have had a red card, and Reading could have had a one-man advantage as well. I thought it could have been two incidences really where Reading could have done that. Ehibhatiomhan went through on goal at one point, was pulled back. If he went down, it's a red card. It's poor football IQ from Ehibhatiomhan, but it's also poor refereeing. Just because the player's not gone down doesn't mean you can't still not give the foul and the red card. And as well, when Harvey Nibbs was through, when it was 3-2 in about the 60th, 70th minute, counter-attack for Reading, he's bursting through. Next season, that's a blue card. This season, it's a yellow card. But again, I thought he could have been... that was a blue card incident, but there could have been a red card as well. A tackle on Lewis Wing, substitute for Shrewsbury, had just come off the bench. I think it was Kenaya. He came off the bench and I thought could have been sent off as well with a lunging 2-foot challenge where he's come off his feet. But I thought the ref was really poor in this one, but it's no excuse for Reading. Second half had loads of chances to put the ball in the back of the net, but the Shrewsbury defence really did stand tall, and Reading failed to do so. Listen, as much as they're not great scorers, Shrewsbury aren't too bad defensively, and that showed in this game. Reading, though, just really awful and couldn't create anything. Femi Aziz, in particular, I thought in that second half was really poor. Down that right-hand side, wasted a lot of opportunities. The ball went out quite often when it came to him. And I thought Reading were just bad overall. I don't think there was anything where I could say, look, in particular, Reading were they're awful at this. I just thought overall it was just a poor performance. But look, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's not going to be something where I'm now going to turn my back on all these players. I'm going to slate them for their performances today, but I'm not going to slate them overall for everything that they've done throughout the season, especially in this recent run of form where Reading have been good over this last 15-20 game stretch. What does this do, though? I thought that after all as well, I thought Reading were really tired as well at the end of this fixture, and you could see from the performances as well from some players that this 7-day period now where we're without a game until we play Carlisle away is what's needed. Now, what does this do for league tables, though? Shrewsbury still sit in 19th. They're on the same points as Reading now, but sit just a few places below based off the goal difference. Reading stay in 16th for now, but the other teams around them have got a couple of games in hand. So, look, the relegation fight is still on. It's 11 cup finals from now on for Reading. And yeah, hopefully we won't be saying we'll be playing League 2 football. I think if we continue to show the form that we showed before this game and the performances that we showed, we won't be playing League 2 football. But Reading looked a little bit tired and a little bit sluggish, so I'm hoping maybe that this 7-day break will be what's good for Reading. That's going to be it for this one today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to Shrewsbury as well. Listen, they did what they had to do to win today. That's going to be it for this one today, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.